All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
There we go. Back hand. Ref line 2. Come here. He's coming.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Running
with Howard. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Wynn's going to try and throw on 3rd. And he fires one, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On the double.
54, right there. 54-5. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Switch.
Shoot.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Leonard Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Set. 50, plant.
6, right there. 56. Here we go.
Hey, wahoo!
56, the muck boy, 56.
X3, 218, chop.
They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Defense, let's go. Shit.
Great thing he's done.
Shit.
Back near the goal line, here's Wentz. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
To throw again on second down. Wentz gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's caught by Howard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Second and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Now Balaj, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss.
15 line. 15 line.
Here we go on second and 12. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Brandon Graham, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Third and 14.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Patch it. 47's the mic.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. On the run, it's Fournette. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
With no score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Let's go.
Running from the shotgun with Dre. And some room to maneuver. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I can't help but laugh. And the only reason is anytime the backup breaks a big one like that, he's going to be hard to deal with in film, wanting to know why he's not getting starters carries.
That's what he's thinking. Great carry there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's got this down to the 35. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2nd and 9 now. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagle 16. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now Fournette, and he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Looking to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Here we go, Pac-Man. Ready?
Check, 47. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Sunday.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. No chance. Check your hot read. 36, 36.
Wentz now on first down. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
That's good for Eagles. First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Done. 280.
Check back 47. I'm going to run you.
81.
47 is the mic.
Over here.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing his Wentz. And it's caught. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
52 is the mic right here.
Wentz now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. On first down, it's Howard. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
No, check that. What, Mike 52 right here. Blue there. Two gen. Mike 52. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Straight 15.
Lucky.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run on first down. Howard. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Black, come on.
You draw quarters. Right there in the middle. 55. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Working from the gun, Wentz. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for an Eagles first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. This will be caught inside the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Straight 15.
Five.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
Watch the screen. Mike's 47.
Hey, Mike's 7.
I got you. Hey, check this.
Again, it's Wentz. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
57. 52. Block 52. 52 is the mic.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 4th down.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle. And we are back underway in Super Bowl 55.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check pass. Check pass. 6 guys. Check defense.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run here with Balaj. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Let's go. 50. Plant.
56. All day. All day. Every day. Any day. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Get it.
2nd and 14. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Balaj. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop. Check 56. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 2nd down now, it's Howard, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From midfield, here's Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
3 down. 47's the mark, boy, 47. Check, 47.
Hey, empty. Sunday.
Running from the gun with Howard. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
46 down, man, 5-4.
Now Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run with Howard. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Let's go, great.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
657. 47 mic.
Throwing now is Wentz. This will be caught at about the 5. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
5-9.
Check 24. Check 24.
80 weapon.
To throw is Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs, needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. Big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true, that's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They run it with Balazs. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's Wentz to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And all the way down to the 26. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down, and he slings one that's incomplete.
Of all the routes that defenders would love to remove from offensive playbooks, I think the wheel route would rank near the top. And on that one, they almost had it, just wasn't able to come down in bounds.
Yeah, as you see right there for the running back, it's tough as you're going toward that sideline trying to stay in bounds. He couldn't do it.
Yeah, just didn't have enough real estate, as they like to say.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, check 24, check 24, check 13, check 13. Tyson.
52. Hey, pick your game up. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. I got you, punk.
14, 82, 14.
52. Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Now Wentz again. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway. Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's put that team on the front.
Hey, lock it. Start.
Fournette. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The handoff to the right side. It's Drake. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Dolphins on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Under 10. 10. Check 3. Check 3. Big trip. Big trip.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 27 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
This is Howard on second down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. He finds Howard complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Watch the eye.
After the sack on first down, Wentz. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Sunday.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Strip that ball. Check 15. Check 15.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Throwing is Wentz. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Aaron Lynch drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Got him. 525.
56. Here we go, T. Here I come. Here I come.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autograph.